My dear daughter, the Unlights are coming. They are coming for our water, and you, our children. Because in you lies the unmutated DNA, which they will use to breed their army. This is why Mummy left. I have to fight them. So I need you to understand. I need you to be brave. For if they come, they will ask you to make a choice, to choose a side. Instead, I need you to find your sister and then your father. I need you to help him lock the door and make sure all three of you are safe. Then, I want you to walk into the blade. Like a big girl, with your eyes open, just like Mummy would.
Fuck you.
Assault strike teams 1 and 3 to assembly area. Assault strike teams 2 and 6 to suit prep and weapons team. Reserve medical teams to triage and
7 seconds. 7 seconds. Start and go.
Ops crew and air bosses to deployment base 7 and deployment base 6 for weapons system check and CDL lockdown.
Aries and Chandra Company, report to mess hall, West Half, level 4.
What the hell, man? Man, that motherfucker's crazy! You stole my Yavin dessert, you putz! Man, I won't even let the enemy eat this shit!
Oh. Are you gonna eat yours then?
Fucking psycho.
Pre-combat mass will be held at North Chapel, Dome 4, Hab Charlie. All affiliations are welcome.
for an extra quart of water
Hey, what?
each week. So see a recruiter today.
Sorry. Showing Outlaw Traveler 2 in the chapel. I snagged an extra ticket. I'm sure the artillery could wait.
That's the problem. They all get used up so fast.
Military contractor teams 4 and 8 to assembly area for weapon staging and battlesuit prep. Weapons bosses to deployment base 2 and 11.
Hey Edgar, what do you think? The M19 or the M98?
Leave it. It's gonna be a knife fight in a phone booth. I'm gonna need you to bring at least 3 head shredders and a few toe poppers.
Ain't those against the rules?
All pilots, start pre-flight countdown and weapons check. Slave
It ain't our war.
Gunship cleared for pressure hangar
It ain't
1.
our rules.
Shift 3 fuel crews to staging area.
And I ain't dying for free.
Shift 3 fuel crews to staging area. Ground team leaders in CAGs 1, 3, and 6 to final mission briefing. Room 16A, South Half, North Tower.
Assault Strike Team 7, stand by for decom test and combat certification.
Sniper crews, the latest recon footage has been uploaded to BaseNet. Download and disseminate now.
Hey, machine. Transport leads in 20.
On it.
Tower to 727, we're showing tanks are completely pressurized. You are go on full internal power at the 50.
Roger that.
I have an assault leader go from the cargo hold, so I'm rolling back the doors. Oxidation looks good.
Click that. Main engines at standby.
Blast shields locked. You're looking good on the ascent, 727.
Click that. We have a good burn. No residuals.
727, you've cleared the garage. Good hunting and click to the almighty outlaw.
Click to the outlaw.
And bring us back some water.
Hey, 727, welcome to the party. They got you chasing ice cubes too?
Ground scan radar on and pinging active.
Hey, 200. Who do you pay to pull lead?
Check the flight plan. I'm carrying mercenaries and fearmonks. Let's close it up, kids. Radio silence until dusk down.
Transitioning from ORC to OPS-1.
Feed lines are good. MCC, go from pitch maneuver.
Horizontal trim is nominal.
65 feet per second.
Maintain.
Missile contact!
We have a missile contact. Deploy your countermeasure.
Missile contact!
Evasive.
Give that back. report.
Status is a little fuck, sir. They keep fudging the radar. I can't get a lock on anything.
They're flying all over the place, so shoot anything dark that looks like it's moving.
But a radar's supposed to be on a secure frequency. How'd they get a hold of our frequency?
No, Bruce!
My scope's again. I can't see anything.
Watch your back. I've got unlight
Everybody, hold position.
coming up to the north.
Lady Kaminsky, stay put.
Hang in there, buddy.
Arterial port has been
It's gonna make you feel better.
Dalton!
Yeah, Dalton here.
We need to fall back.
Alright, everyone back to the ship. Bring a shitload of Class 2s.
Private Shaw, you're next.
No, south. Shit.
Go, Shaw!
Friendly on radar.
Shaw! Get your ass up and back to the transport.
I can't read anything. How many of them do you think are out there?
Based on their attack pattern, I'd say about 1 to 3. You heard Dalton. Fall back to the ship and bring as many Class 2s as you can carry. Corporal Kim, are you still among us living?
Sadly, yeah. But I'm pinned and they're jamming my video.
Medley and Pacino, get out of there. Lane, Kaminsky, cover them.
What? Pick up your ammo!
What?
Your clip! You accidentally ejected it! Pick it up! It's the Army for you. They give you a weapon, and they put the ejector clip right next to the safety switch. And then they give you gloves so you can't feel shit.
Medley, Pacino, go, go, go! Fall back! Shit! Lane! They pegged him with the Sonequa. You've got to put him down.
Warning. Lethal radiation detected.
My bullets are meant for one of them. I don't care. You want to do the poor bastard a favor, then you grow a pair and lay the zap on him right now. Lane! I swear on the outlaw you raise your weapon and you pull that shit. Damn it, Lang. If I thought before I pulled every trigger, I'd still be changing diapers. Hold your fire! Nice of you to join us, Corporal Kim.
Yeah, well, they kept on missing me, so here I am.
Everyone through the hatch. Dalton, cover us.
Hey, Wilson.
Hey, Dalton. How's it going?
I've been better. Hey, listen. You think you'd do me a favor?
Sure, anything.
I'm gonna need you to give me a little head start.
Yeah, no problem.
Anytime.
Hey, Dalton? You think this was an inside job?
The shot is yours, Private.
No! Let them think we're dead. And then we're gonna shoot that guy?
It's an empty sky. No one's listening.
Someone's up there.
Who? They keep shooting down all your satellites.
Have a little faith, John.
Faith is for suckers zeroed out of options. You know, you're wasting power you're gonna need down the road.
Well, this is a faith-based war, John. If you don't have any, then I believe you're fighting on the wrong side.
Listen, the only water that ain't glowing is right here in these deep craters which you banished or smart enough to build your settlements on. Faith? Faith is just an excuse for a war that pays my rent.
Faith, John.
Okay.
Corporal Kim.
Aloha.
Where the hell are you?
Lake Ice Cap. I heard they have good bubble salmon. Christ.
Corporal?
Hey, we're the banished. If we can get zipped in the name of the outlaw, then we should be able to use one of the bastards' names now and again. Click.
How are we looking?
It's a mess. But lonely. Whoever tagged us is long gone or dancing out of my range.
How you doing on Oxy?
98%.
Oh man, I use more Oxy when I take a shit.
Private Shaw. You served under Captain Schwartz.
Truckfield Diggers, second company.
Well, click this. Captain Schwartz is smeared across the bloody canyon. You're riding with the machine now.
And when you ride with the machine, you'll also pray your tethered soul to the machine, because it is my job to keep your sorry Tindats breathing. Private Lang.
Yes, Sergeant.
See to it that Private Shaw gets all the help he needs collecting tanks and tags. I want to be ghosts in 15. Click.
Yes, Sergeant.
Babysitting. How come anyone with half a brain is now dirt meat?
Another one. They're all over the place.
A lot of the oxygen tanks must have burst on impact.
Huh, really? And what are we gonna breathe? I'm having a flaming bad day. Even before we got shot down, some asshole pinched my breakfast. My shower was cold.
Chem sprays are always cold.
Yeah, well, this one was colder than usual. And I got a shitty seat on the plane.
You know where you sat probably saved your life.
Yeah, well, it was cramped. My foot fell asleep and it didn't even wake up until after we crashed. Oh.
Warhead online.
Looky here. My day just got a little more interesting. Check it out. I'm an awesome two-legged bomb. Right? What happens if we lose?
I don't know.
Going south?
Yeah, to the rescue point.
Nah. That's over 350 kms away and we're low on air. The Zukovsky's closer.
Considering that we're down over 100 soldiers and one jackrabbit gunship, I'd wager that the Zukovsky assault is not going all that smashingly. We flew through one of the only barely mapped grids left on the moon, and they shut us down. That little unguarded water processing plant in Zukovsky crater knew we were coming.
Feels more like a lucky shot to me.
A lucky shot is something that missed you that shouldn't. A fish big enough to sink our sorry arses, especially out here. That took an initiative.
Well, that's an awful lot of territory to cover. Unmapped. You sure we got enough air?
No one ever got saved by standing still, John. Does anyone have any questions?
Hey, I got a wacky idea. Why don't we just pay Zukovsky a visit? It's a hell of a lot closer, and don't we have friends there now?
Zukovsky's a slash palace. If the Unlight zipped us on the way, they also knew we were coming.
This place is not safe. So though far, the rescue point is our best option. I just pulsed you an extraction clock. The rescue zoomer will fly over the extraction point in exactly 36 hours. If we're late, we become part of the dirt people.
I just rolled some data. 350 kms will take us 39 hours, but we only have 28 hours of oxy left, so what about that?
Tell you what about that.
Are you questioning my judgment,
Warning,
Private?
oxygen line blocked.
You know and I know that there are ways to ration air to stretch that 28 to at least 45. And the first rule is no extraneous bullshit talking. And ease your mouth and keep your attitude smiled. Because if I don't think you're pulling gold, I'm gonna pop your valve and flip your air. Click?
Click. Click.
We have 350 km stomp in the Unlight's backyard. We have to be smart. On the dice, kiddies. We might as well just lie it down and rest reap like the rest of those poor bastards. Does anyone have anything else to add? All right. Keep suit muscles on max. It'll suck more power, but you'll walk Earth normal and save your air. Lang, Shaw, take the extra gas. Kim, grab the mofo, and no bitching.
I'd really like to volunteer to babysit the mofo, sir. I think it's a beautiful piece of equipment.
I wouldn't trust you with a plunge sucker on taco night.
Fallout.
Why do we stars have to do all the schlepping?
When those stars become bars, send me a click.
Fine. Give the mofo to the mofo, see if I care. Make a difference to me.
Are we gonna say something?
For what?
To everyone here. This is their final, so something should be said.
You heard the sergeant, Private. Keep moving.
But the Reaped, they deserve their rights. They hear, they know.
Then they'll also know we have 28 hours of tank time left. If they don't want us to join them, they'll understand.
She's right. We should. Dalton! Dalton! We're not the Unlights, John.
And it's bad luck.
All right. Anyone who does not want to participate, you may follow Dalton. Kim, you're the closest to the outlaw. Say the respects.
Sergeant, I'm not exactly sure the outlaw's all that bone to hear from me right now.
I don't care. You're a Shingatsai Fear Monk, which means you spiritually outrank us.
Yeah, but the outlaw's a lot harder on guys like me.
Corporal, you may be recorded for loyalty assurance. You want to piss off the outlaw, that's between you and the outlaw. You flake on an assignment, that's between you and me.
Shit. All right. We the banished.
Whoa.
What?
Ain't he gonna say it in ancient?
If he says it in your ancient, he'll have to say it in my ancient.
Yeah, but the outlaw don't speak standard.
And how do you know? The outlaw probably invented standard. Kim, commence eulogizing.
We are the banished. We have different affiliations and different outlaws, and in many languages. You know, the first tenet of Shingatsai is that everyone has something to lose. And the second? Well, it teaches us that unfortunately it's more effective for that something to be someone. I used to think everything led somewhere. Now I wonder if the outlaws are mad, or bored, or if just plain left. I really don't know, amen.
Well, that sucked.
Sure.
What the fuck does that mean?
Private.
This don't make the Reap feel any better.
You're supposed to... The dead aren't supposed to feel any better, newbie.
All right, break it up.
They're supposed to feel sorry for us.
Okay, pack it up, everyone. The extraction point's not getting any closer. And no looking back. The only direction we look is ahead. Come on, Shaw. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Brooks, I regret to inform you that your daughter Susan was killed in action today.
Twinkle, twinkle, that's a little high for me. Damn it. Twinkle, twinkle, fuck it.
Damn. How about 2 out of 3? You sassy little minx. Love it when you get fresh with me.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Cipriano, your son Benjamin was. Okay. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Cipriano, your son... Dear Mr. and Mrs. Cipriano, your son Benjamin was. Regs say that all condolence files have to be uploaded on the extraction flight. But I have no idea how I'm gonna get through all these.
My company has a department that handles that shit. I wouldn't know what to say.
You just say what a great soldier that kid was, or how their husband or wife distinguished themselves in an important battle. I'd try, but I have no idea what I'm talking about half the time. How's Cassandra and,
Anderson.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a boy?
And 2 girls.
What?
I'm running out of oxy.
Get in line.
Yeah, well, no oxy, no breathy.
How they doing?
They're starving. Supply lines got cut off when Ventress fell.
Why the hell do we have to walk when we could cover more ground by bouncing?
Take it up with the sergeant.
I take anything up with the sergeant, I'm gonna get my ass brain railed.
And take it up with the other sergeant.
I don't trust the other sergeant. He walked from the Reap rights. What is he, some unlight or something?
I'm sorry to hear that, John. Is there anything you can do?
Well, Cassandra's Luther Baskins. They can't accept help from anyone who isn't Luther Bask. So I had to get a little creative.
Look at his suit. He's no unlight. He's a mercenary.
Yeah, well, he ain't affiliated. And I don't trust nobody who ain't affiliated. Plus, he walked from that Zoomer boom without a scratch.
So did we.
You know, Dalton, I never took you, a death merchant of Tycho, as one to fall for a native.
No? Well, I must be getting old.
Yeah, but we were all sitting together in the same part of the ship. That part of the ship that broke together but stayed together after the crash. And he came from a different part of the ship.
So you're saying one of the death merchants of Tycho is an unlight spy?
No. I'm saying you're either affiliated or you're not affiliated. And I don't trust nobody who's not.
Well, what do we got here? See, I don't give a rat's collar who the fuck you trust, Private. Dalton's been fighting since before the invasion. Curious, how long have you been on the dirt?
2 weeks, sir.
2 weeks, huh? That man has been pegging on lies for 5 fucking years. 5 years. Most rooks won't last 3 weeks out here. Sure, since you're dying to bash skulls, you can do it against the tube breathers that got us here. Take point.
Really? I never took point before, sir.
And I never survived a plane crash before, but look how well we're doing. Take your position, Private.
Awesome. I mean, yes, sir. Sarge?
Lang, fall behind him. Keep your mouth shut and your mic off. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant. Sorry.
I hope I didn't embarrass you, John.
I know I could switch to the unlights at any time if the price was right. I'm used to my share of looks.
Did you zero Shore's flame tats? That means he's part of a numeric Kabbalist burn gang. Eastern Diocese, probably. You know what happened to those people.
Yes, I do. Your army of the outlaws is falling apart, isn't it? If it didn't work downside, why would it work here?
Desperation.
Yeah? The Unlight tribes are splintering as well. They're harvesting each other for water. They're falling apart too.
Yeah. The moon is the end of the road for us. For all of us. If things don't change here. Keep moving, people. Those tracks could be 5 minutes old or 5 years. Shoal back to point. And drink some breakfast. I don't want you apes dehydrated.
Well, don't carry it the way they showed you in basic. It'll throw off your center of gravity, you'll use more air.
Thanks.
It's like herding cattle. Kim, how are we doing on that bandwidth?
It's like fishing at midnight without a flashlight. We're pretty far south and dark.
All right. Let Kim piggyback off your bandwidth to boost reception.
Suit transmitters connected.
I got one.
Is it friendly or unfriendly?
Crap. Unfriendly. It's liberation lesson.
Surrender and here on the Omniband for all sides to hear.
Hey, why did everybody the fuck stop?
Earlier today, you sent an assault force to take our water.
Hey, the assault happened.
We shot down your gunships as they flew overhead. We slaughtered your brothers and sisters in the wreckage until there were no survivors.
Hello?
At 12/25/18, we launched a strike against 2 of your older settlements on the southwest far side. They struck the dome cities of Debris and Orlov 3 minutes later. Both domes suffered a complete decompression. A legion of execution troops were then dispatched to engage any refugees. As the remaining civilian dead were incinerated, we had Luther of Basque detainees say their final rites before they themselves were neutralized.
Kim!
And they never asked for help in your banished army.
I think we got enough.
Corporals, privates, kill your sergeants because...
All right, everyone fall in. This is internal online propaganda and you know it. Come on.
I've got something.
You're probably just chasing radar, go Shaw. Stay put.
No, Sergeant, I'm getting something.
Damn it, Shaw. I said stay put.
No, I got eyes on it, Sarge. Just stay back.
Wait!
I can take care of this.
Sure!
I got this. I got this.
What the hell happened?
I don't know. Snipebot or something.
That's no snipebot. We gotta get him out of there.
No, hold on.
Alert.
We don't know how many of them are out there.
Compromised.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. They might not know how many of us are in here. Come on, Shaw. Turn over.
Interior wound. Temporarily sealed.
But the guy is wounded.
No, Corporal. The guy's already dead.
Internal thoracic
Come on, Shaw.
cavity.
Fuck over. I need to see.
We gotta do something.
Hold on.
Warning. Left lung is collapsing. Vital signs are becoming arrested.
Man function override. Open skull vent. No, Ben! No, Ben!
Battle suit system overridden. External helmet vent opened.
So what do we do now?
Fuck! We keep moving to the rescue point. And who's got the damn cards?
18 minutes till extraction.
Lang, we all have the same clock. We can all see the same thing.
Sorry.
The rescue Zuma won't get here any sooner by you keeping count. I call.
Really?
Do you think they'll pull us back from the front? You know, to protect the cities?
We'll go where we're needed. Ah! Didn't you take a vow of charity?
Yeah, what's one more thing that I get to repent for? Okay, who's in? Next hand.
But this changes the war, doesn't it? I mean, now they're attacking our cities.
Hey, we started it, right? Zhukovsky was a city.
It was an ice mine.
It had settlements around it.
How do you know they weren't military?
I don't. All I know is that we all keep fighting over the same thing. Holes in the ground with inches of water in them. This war is getting meaner.
We're getting near the extraction point, so I'm going to bring the search and rescue mode online. I'm getting nothing on the radio but static. It's going to be hard to spot anybody.
Radio silence only and ID by visual. Throttle back the burners and fly low and slow.
Which means we should pull back to protect the cities.
Private, don't waste your air worrying about what may or may not happen.
If a few missiles could get to Orlov and DeVries, then maybe some could get to Collins or Shepard.
When you worship the decimal point like the Unlights, you wind up with three things.
Okay, shut up, Kim.
Healthy stock market and warheads with really terrific accuracy.
Yeah. So that's what we should do. We should pull back and protect the cities.
Are you gonna bet?
Can't wait for this stupid war to be over.
Number 2 engine is starting to give out and we're yawing a little wide.
Shut it down and burn 4 on 1 hotter.
Bus A is out.
I mean, if their guidance is so good, the Unlights could slingshot in a bunch of troops from Earthside, seal the bubbles, and occupy the cities.
Like Mercuricium.
Exactly like Mercuricium.
No, not like Mercuricium. In Mercuricium, they tunneled under the perimeter. But now, we have better ears and crawler minds so we can see them coming.
Gunner crews, keep your eyes on the skies. Do not fire until you get a visual.
Click that. Powered up. Waiting on visual confirm.
Wait, you're not gonna bet that, are you?
Yeah, it's tomato. I hate tomato.
No, don't listen to her. You want to bet that. Thank you very much.
There you go. In better hands, that tomato could have been chicken soup.
Why are you telling her that?
It's all right. I don't like chicken soup.
Well, it's good for you. Kim, give the private back her tomato.
Hold on a second. I won this.
Good. Then I'm giving you one less thing to repent for. That's an order.
And I was gonna make beef stroganoff.
All right. Give me an IV tube from the medkit.
Time to begin maneuver is 030503.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky. Keep an eye on the radar. Rendezvous site has to be close.
You know, right after I was ordained, I was called in on the kill squad at Chrysium.
Good for you.
It took days to flush those bastards out.
18.
Pay attention, Lang. The trick is to poke it right in the center, which is the closest to your heating element. That will warm everything up and infuse the flavors.
They occupied the city for 18 days.
18? Felt shorter.
Okay, then you add a bit of the tomato, which, let's face it, is mostly salt, and add a dash of milk for consistency.
No, they were there 18 days.
Pay attention. Voila, chicken soup. Go ahead, give it a taste.
Search and rescue grid online and scanning for transponders.
Delish, right?
Ugh. It's vile.
See, I told you we should have taught her how to make stroganoff. So on the last day in Chrysium, we find this squad of Unlights roached out in a school, right? We have this place completely surrounded. And they just sat there, playing cards. So finally we nerved the place.
They weren't playing cards. They were burning out the tongues of the children so they couldn't hear themselves pray.
Well, those kids will make great soldiers.
Why? Because they won't be able to talk back?
No. You want to see someone really fight? Wound them first. We all make our choices, Corporal.
We are under attack. Repeat, we are under attack. Gun crews to your stations. Med team, secure your patients.
Well, if he wanted to off himself, he should have donated us his air.
I have multiple bogeys. Repeat, I have multiple bogeys.
We're taking fire. Left injector manifold is hit, and it looks like we have a right payload full reach.
Can't get along. Fire at will. Going to have to switch over to AGS on the throttle now.
I've got red lines on the FPS. I've got a massive
Power the gimbal.
Not good. I am reading multiple failures. Avionics is beginning to cut out.
My angles are shot. I'm switching to manual. Tower, this is 144. We're carrying wounded and are coming in hot and on a low approach.
144, this is Tower. We have you on board. Fire med crews are standing by.
Click that, Tower. We're pretty banged up. We're losing altitude fast. I just lost number
4. They're not showing up, are they?
That's what I get for actually looking forward to something.
All right, get up.
Where are we going?
Away. Come on.
Maybe they're late.
They're not late, Private. They were shot down just as we were.
Well, maybe Command will send out a rescue zoomer to look for them and then catch us.
I wish that were the case, Corporal. But Father Command is not going to send out another ship at this point.
Where are we gonna go?
South.
South? You know what's south? A lot more of nothing.
Well, what you don't know is that every 500 kms or so, Father Command has buried a cache of air and water. There'll also be a comm rocket to fire off to let them know where we are.
And what makes you think the Unlights won't shoot that down the way they do everything else we fire up?
Proximity alert. Movement detected.
How full is that?
Oxygen-nitrogen mix with trace radiation.
It's about 3/4.
That's around 18 hours each.
24. I don't want any.
Dalton, I don't care what you want. That's vapor gold in there.
I'm not breathing their air.
But is there water on Earth that's radioactive?
Hey, it's a free satellite. Dalton can make up his own mind, Sergeant.
Kim, you and Lang fill up the tanks, but only 18 hours worth. Mr. Dalton and I are going for a little administrative stroll. Command function override slave to Dalton's vitals.
Suits linked. Oxygen at 7%.
You want to tell me why you used up the equivalent of 3 hours of good walk time on a lone unlight getting his camping badge?
Well, I figured she's the one nailed us, so I popped her before she zeroed our position. What?
They know our position, John. If they gave a shit, we'd be greased already. I don't have the bandwidth for revenge. It uses too much air.
Well, you see, that's where you and I differ. It doesn't matter. We're all dead anyway.
Don't walk away from me. What I see is, we're up 2 tanks of air and down a set of lungs, so roll the fucking numbers, John. We're very much not dead.
Well, then maybe I blanked a status. Because I don't recall ever hearing anything about a cache of buried supplies or secret stash of anything anywhere between here and the next unlight command pod. So come tomorrow, what are they gonna breathe?
I don't know. But we have to keep moving while we figure it out.
Mo, look at where you're asking them to follow you. To the end of the fucking world. It's a bullshit gamble.
Yes. But people will do what they feel, John, instead of what they know. Even if it is a bullshit gamble.
And when they realize that's what it is, what are you gonna do?
You find different bullshit. Smells different.
What's that?
Their air smells different.
It's probably the real thing. Made in the real sky.
I don't like it.
Hey, Earthside, that's pretty much the only thing nobody would fight about. Hey, you ever groin plug with a fear monk?
I thought fear monks aren't allowed to, you know.
Well, technically we're also not supposed to kill or maim or destroy, but hey, they're willing to enforce wartime exceptions. So am I.
But I thought carnal musings are forbidden.
The tighter the belief, the easier it snaps. That's why I just look at it as more of a personal addendum to the overarching rule. Well, you know, at least up here.
I thought you guys just fight the war downside. Rescuing babies and diverting trains and stuff.
Well, seeing that the unlight soldiers are drafted in vitro, I'd say the joke's on us. Still, some of us fear monks wind up pulling the short straw and get bumped to do the more fun stuff up here with you guys.
Lucky you. How'd you manage that?
I was the asshole who asked too many questions during meditation and bingo night. So, they banished me here with the banished.
My dad used to say this land will kill you just for being here. I don't know, maybe they wanted to shut you up.
No, they're not that smart. See, the fear monks, they worship the moon as the mover of oceans and the cocktail shaker of life, so my guess is to teach me a lesson or some shit like that.
Have you learned anything? Do you know what water's like?
Yeah. It's like running out of this stuff.
There's 18 hours left in the tank. Please, don't help the Unlights with their body count.
Okay.
We move out in 10.
Are we there yet? I'm serious. How far are we from the supply cache?
Not that far. Keep walking.
Not that I'm keeping track, but we're over 500 Ks along on this little dirt safari of yours, and I'm starting to get a pinky toe cramp.
You know how far the command is. They never do anything exact. Don't you remember last year when
Warning, pressure gel failing.
Crawler mine.
No, I don't. Corporal. Stand back. Dead. All right, on the count of 3, conceal your suit. 1. Can you stand?
What do you think?
Shit.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna jump.
What am I gonna do if you step on a mine?
Head northeast.
That's northeast!
Good point. That way.
Proximity alert. Warning. Proximity alert. Proximity warning. Proximity alert. Warning. Proximity warning. Proximity warning.
I want you to walk into the blade, like a big girl, with your eyes open, just like Mummy would. What side are we on? Like we had a choice between living and dying.
Warning, pressure gel failing.
Your seal's been compromised. Corporal, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Corporal, don't look at the leg. Look at me. Look at me. You're gonna be okay.
How is this okay?
Your seal's been compromised. Okay. Remove the armor. Breathe in. 1. Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me. You're gonna be fine. You'll be alright.
You're like a fucking oatmeal.
Listen to me. Okay. You're gonna be fine. In a few
Pressure
seconds.
gel with dermo anesthetic.
You're gonna be the
Confined
luckiest
and stabilizing.
guy on this rock. Private, how you doing?
I am the sword, and he is the shield. I am the mechanism of the outlaw's will. I will not falter.
Private.
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Alright. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna open up your skull valve. 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Decompress your ears. Don't blow in the ear. Decompress your ear. There you go. You feel better?
No.
Me neither. Alright, well, just want you to lay back and drink your lunch. I want you dehydrated. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. That's it. Oh. Got the chicken soup? Oh, you should have told me I would have traded it for my beef stroganoff.
That's all right. Here, take it.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll win it off Kim later in poker.
You downsiders like your land animals.
Born banished, huh?
Yeah. Livestock takes up too much oxy and water.
Yeah, it's okay. More beef and chicken, gluten for the rest of us.
I love watching you all fight for meat scraps in the mess hall. It's so funny.
Yeah, even a tiny piece of bacon corner can be like a little piece of home.
Well, if you miss it so much, why don't you go back?
I can't.
But you're a mercenary. Can't you fight on whatever side you want?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
You believe in the outlaw, right?
Yes.
And you were born banished, right?
My grandparents were on the second exile after the water jihad.
Third generation. Well, what do you think happens when somebody dies?
Well, it depends on your affiliation. Different affiliations believe differently. Kim believes in reincarnation, sure, trans-enlightenment, I think.
Well, then maybe it's good he died young. What do you believe?
You knew someone in the attacks, didn't you? Well, hey, maybe they survived.
DeVries had a piece of shit bubble that barely stayed inflated on a good day. A javelin would have map wiped him off the rock.
My parents were lined up and shot in a ditch in Mare Crisium. I hid with my sister under a truck and watched the death squad pass. A lot of people died at Mercrisium. And those who survived?
What?
They always ask that same question.
Do you banished have any answers? I'm sorry. His breather's fritz and he's leaking voltage.
Everything can't lead to nothing, sir. That's what I believe.
We're gonna be visible from high altitude.
And it makes us very slow moving.
I'm right here, guys.
We're just discussing our options.
And I got a beagle named Armstrong who'll be severely disappointed if those options don't include me walking him soon.
Look at my finger. Good. How you feeling?
Like 90% of he's on vacation. What did you hit me with?
Something to calm you down, conserve your oxy.
It's great shit.
Well, you're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna need you on your feet. If the pain gets too bad, I'll dial it back up. We don't want you burning too much air before we get evac'd.
You really think we're gonna get out of here?
I got to. I'm not gonna add one more to the unlight body count. All right. We pound dust in 5.
Trajectory plotted.
Why are we setting up the mofo nuke for auto-deploy?
Just get on your feet, Kim.
And why is it pointing west?
Because Gernsback is directly west.
No. The 804 is west. Gernsback's in the way.
Aren't there rules against this sort of thing, Dalton?
This is our war. We're not gonna win it by following their rules.
There are other ways out of this.
There isn't. There's no cache of supplies, no comm rockets. All we have is the gang of radios together and hope the signal's strong enough to reach the 804.
But the machine said...
The machine lied. The whole South Darkside is all but unmapped. Our GPS sats are nothing but unlight target practice. So, even if there was anything buried, who could find it?
So you're gonna indiscriminately wipe out a city of hundreds of people?
Excuse me? They did.
They can't help it. It took just 2 generations for everything to collapse after God was outlawed. And everybody who believed in anything was banished here. Families. Countries. They all broke down. They're just a collection of warring packs now, but we're different.
Those warring packs? They carved up their world. And when they were done, they carved up each other, and now they're here on yours. And we're not any different. They just got a head start.
No. It's compassion that now lives and dies with us. We can slaughter armies and sing a happy tune. But I have to call foul at genocide.
Corporal!
All right, everybody stay glacial. That includes you, Lang.
Private, I'm giving you a direct order.
Suits are recording everything, Private, so you better think about your options. You don't want everything to go on your permanent record.
Assault satellite in firing position.
It went right past us.
There should be sad little smears on the dark side of the moon right now.
Why did it go right past us?
Run a geologic.
There's no time. There might be another bird right behind that
We'd
one.
have already been greased. I want a full spectrum.
The minute that thing detonates, the Unlights are going to be out in force looking to see who pulled the trigger.
The moon is full of a lot of funny magnetics, which is probably why we're still alive right now. Run a geologic!
Except you know that I can't let you fire that nuke.
No? Because it looks to me like you don't have a lot of choice.
This is so stupid.
You might as well do yourself a favor and take my air, because I will try and stop you.
That's the morphine talking.
You might be under the false assumption that I'm scared of dying, Dalton.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone's spooked of dying.
No. Not everybody. Why do you think the Banished believe so strongly in their affiliations?
Tradition.
No. To make sense of the senseless. Right at the top of that list, what happens when you die?
So what the hell do you believe?
I'm still working on that one.
Dalton? I'm getting a funny data roll. I'm reading that we're not on lunar soil at all.
If you tell me it's green cheese, I'm gonna have to shoot you.
No, I'm reading it as trinitite.
That's bullshit.
No, it says trinitite. What is trinitite?
Blast fault. Dirt turned to glass by a nuke. Jerusalem and Chebet were filled with this stuff.
But that doesn't make any sense. Nobody's been out here.
And it's very reflective from orbit.
So someone fired off a nuke?
Looks like.
And you think that's what hit us from the bad side?
Private. How big is the blast field?
That's the thing. It's everywhere.
And there's no data on this?
I guess no one's ever ran a geologic from this vantage point.
Private, I want you to run a reverse blast sim. Extrapolate backwards from the shape of the blast site to the moment of detonation.
Why?
You gonna try and map the hotspots?
Yeah, maybe we can determine a way out of this shithole.
Okay. There must be something wrong with my wrist drive. I just ran the sim 4 different times and I keep getting the same thing. It doesn't make any sense. It's tracing the blast to 37 miles up with a yield of 12 million kilotons.
Well, that would split the moon in half.
I know, that's what I thought, but look. I ran the profile 4 different times. It all clicked the same.
Sim's right, I'm getting the same thing. But there's something else. The geologic rolled the age of the Trinitite. It's over 3.5 billion years old.
Right. Well, there you go. A few radioactive meteorites, smash them together, you get a shitload of Trinitite.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Reactive meteorites splat all over the solar system. But the only place the Trinitite shows up is when nice people drop bombs on one another.
Well, there weren't any people around 3.5 billion years ago to lob nukes, Corporal.
Obviously someone was. Think about it. We set off nukes to push iceroids in from the Oort cloud all the time.
But this is the moon.
Yeah, and why would anyone want to move the moon?
Life.
Come again?
About 3.5 billion years ago was when life started showing up on Earth, right?
Okay, this is crazy.
The Earth is 5 billion years old. About 1.5 billion years later.
Okay, wait. So what you're saying is that the Earth didn't have anything on it, and then the moon is moved, and all of a sudden,
of all the planets with moons in their solar system, why are the moon and the Earth closest in size?
That doesn't mean anything.
The moon is just the right size and distance in relation to the Earth for life to exist. If it had been bigger or closer, the tides would have destroyed life before it had a chance to do its thing. If it was smaller or more distant, all those young organisms would have been obliterated by the constant meteor bombardment that the moon's gravity coincidentally sucked up as the solar system developed. Like what happened to the dinosaurs. Only times 1,000,000.
He's stalling.
I wish I was.
What are you buying time for?
I'm not making this up.
I think he's telling the truth, Dalton.
Shut up. Stow your gear when you're ready to move out in 3 minutes.
But this does beg the question. Who moved the moon?
Private. Stow your gear.
The almighty outlaw moved the moon.
How are we so sure?
Because he, she, or it moves in mysterious ways. Private! Pick up those guns and stow your gear!
Maybe it wasn't the outlaw at all.
What? Do you know what you're saying?
Maybe life on Earth wasn't created. Maybe it was engineered.
Ah, jeez. Private. Stop pointing your gun at Corporal Kim.
That's what you're doing.
I outrank him.
Look, just think about it. What might happen if this information gets out?
We would be mind-wiped and moved back to the front of the grinder.
No. Not if we transcast. Share this data.
To who?
I don't know. Everyone.
Gee.
The Banished. The Unlights. We spit it on the Omni-Band like Liberation Leslie.
It would be a race to see who'd gack us first.
No. Don't you see? Both sides are gonna need us alive. That's the beauty of it.
Why?
Because this could end the war.
Suit and weapon integrity now connected.
What was that? What was that?
Chicken switch. He just locked the warhead to his suit integrity.
So you can go ahead and shoot me. But you'd just be making a bigger crater.
I've got a few hours left of air. Either way, I'm a dead woman. Kim, how could this end the war?
Because if the almighty outlaw can make heaven and earth, then why the hell does he need to move the moon with a thermonuclear warhead?
Well, who are we to question?
Because we're the ones that are dying in his name. And if creation was less than perfect, then maybe it wasn't by his hand at all.
That is blasphemy.
Maybe. But look at this data. It at least might be rich enough to stop the shooting and get us all out of here in one piece. All of us. And we don't have to nuke any cities to do it. Right? All we gotta do is gang our transmitters together to send out a signal strong enough to broadcast a little doubt to both sides.
What? War. Have you been fighting, soldier?
Wait, no. No, Kim is right. This could end the war.
Yes, with you losing. The Earth is dead. I know, I'm from there. You banished. You learned how to live off the land. You learned how to mine ice from dirt to run your domes. The only reason the Unlights are here is because you're here. That's the only reason they're here. That's the only reason they want you dead. Don't you understand? It's got nothing to do with your almighty outlaw, or your affiliations, or any of the other bullshit. The almighty outlaw, all that other shit is just their excuse.
Maybe. But it's also going to be the very thing that keeps us alive.
And aren't you sick of fighting? Aren't you sick of the people you love dying for no reason?
They already died for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I enlisted. But I'm sick. I'm sick of living my life in this walk-in toilet. I'm sick of the cold and water that tastes like metal. I'm sick of the only reason that I have to wake up is to keep killing. Maybe they didn't die for this war. Maybe they died for peace.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You're not gonna agree to gang our transmitters together, so if you want to shoot me, go ahead. I'll understand.
What are you talking about?
Let her go, John.
Where is she going? Where are you going?
She's going to the Unlights.
No, she's not.
And I'm going to the Banished.
Hey! Hey! Halt! Listen, even if you make it, what is that gonna prove? You'll have sold out everything you ever believed in. For what?
Maybe faith needs to be tested now and again. Maybe that's what this is.
All right. I still have the nuke. I could change this entire landscape and erase history forever. I'm just being pragmatic.
I don't think you will, sir.
Don't test me.
There's nothing left to test. I know you were the one that brought down our Zoomer. You warned the Unlights about the Zukovsky assault, then you set up that contact of yours to ambush us. Yet here we are, still breathing. The death merchant of Tycho is not going to torch that nuke. suffered. Now, don't you want to see where everything leads?
I need you both.
Then we gotta figure this out. Together. This is the end of the road for us. All of us. If it doesn't change here, then
they died for no reason.
Yeah.
The Banished believe that the apocalypse will come as fire. The Unlights, drought. But they're both wrong. The end will come as a flood. A flood of words. And when that day comes, which side will you be on?